Ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong araw na ito for Mathematics 9 is all about solving quadratic inequalities. So in solving quadratic inequalities, there are four steps to be followed. Okay, so in solving quadratic inequalities kasi, our main objective is to find the solution set that will satisfy the quadratic inequality. Okay, so paano makuha yung solution set na yon? Number one step is to transform the inequality into equation first. Okay, so paano natin matatransform yung inequality into equation? So yung inequality symbol, papalitan lang muna natin siya pansamantala ng equal sign. Okay, so kapag nangyari na yon, we need to transform the equation into its standard form kung hindi pa nga ito naka-standard form. Then after that, we need to solve for x of 1 and x of 2. So we have four methods in finding the values of x of 1 and x of 2 under the quadratic equation, di ba? So we have the extracting the square root, factoring, completing the square, and quadratic formula. It's up to you kung ano yun dun sa apat ang gagamitin ninyo. Okay? And after we find the value of x of 1 and x of 2, we need now to illustrate the solution set. Okay, yung dun sa nakaraang episode natin, tinuro ko kung paano ba mag-illustrate ng solution set. Ito yung ginagamitan ng number line at yung two different kinds of circles sa pagpa-plot ng points. Okay? Then after nun, third step is to test the solution points. Okay, so ito yung mas kilala natin sa tinatawag nating checking. So, i-check natin yung possible values ng x mamaya that will satisfy the solution set. At kung ito ba ay yung magsasatisfy nga doon, then later on, we're going to identify the solution set to be used. Okay, we have example number 1. Example number 1, we have x squared plus 6x plus 8 is greater than 0. Okay, so yung first step natin kanina is to transform the inequality into equation. So, papalitan natin yung inequality symbol into equal sign. So, that would be x squared plus 6x plus 8 is equals to 0. Okay, yun na yun. And then, after that, check natin kung naka-standard form na ba siya. So, as you can see, naka-standard form na nga siya sapagkat sinunod niya yung form na ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So, we have the quadratic term, we have the linear term, and we have the constant term which is equals to 0. So, naka-standard form na nga siya. Okay, so after ng pag-transform into standard form, we're going to solve for values of x of 1 and x of 2. So, on this case, mas preferred kong gamitin ang factoring. Bakit? Mas madali siyang gamitin. Pangalawa, mas maikli yung ating magiging solution. Pero it depends upon the equation ha, kung ano ba yung mas applicable na method ang gagamitin. Okay? So, let's have the factors of x squared and x squared plus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, so the factors are so we're going to think two numbers. Diba ito yung mga technique doon? Automatic yung first term ay yung variable na ginamit, then yung second term ay yung constant terms. So that must be the factors of the constant term. So kapag minultiply daw natin yung dalawang numbers na yun, it should be equal dun sa constant term, at kapag in-add, equal dapat dun sa numerical coefficient ng ating linear term. Okay, so in this case, that is 4 and 2. So that would be positive. So 4 times 2, that is positive 8. Pag in-add natin, 4 plus 2, that is positive 6. So ibig sabihin, tama yung ating factors. Then, after that, equate na natin sila sa 0. So that is x plus 4 is equals to 0. Ito naman ay x plus 2 is equals to 0. Then from that, we're going to get the value of x of 1 and x of 2. Ang x of 1 natin, transpose lang natin yung positive 4. That will give us negative 4. Sa x of 2, ganun din, transpose natin positive 2 and it will give us negative 2. So, the values of x's are negative 4 and negative 2 respectively. Okay, so after that, number 2 step is to illustrate the solution set. So how can we illustrate the solution set? Gagamitin na natin ngayon yung ating number line. Okay, so we have now the number line. So let's plot the values of x of 1 and x of 2. Okay, so paano ba natin ipa-plot yung values ng x of 1 and x of 2 sa number line na ito? Una, identify muna natin kung anong ginamit na inequality symbol. So, ang ating inequality symbol ay greater than. So, what circle are we going to use? Doon sa last lesson natin, napag-aralan natin yan. So, para ma-review niyo yun, pwede niyong balikan yung ating previous video about that lesson. Okay, so since ang ginamit nga ay greater than, so we're going to use the hollow circle. Okay, so we have x of 1 is negative 4, so ito yung negative 4. So, bilugan lang natin yon, open circle or hollow circle. Then, ang x of 2 is negative 2, so ito yon, bilugan lang din natin siya. So, that is our circles now. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, nahati sa tatlong parts o tatlong regions yung ating number line. So, ibig sabihin, hindi pa natin ma-identify kung alin ba dyan sa tatlo yung ating shadan na magiging parte ng ating solution set. So, dyan napapasok ngayon yung ating step number 3. So, we need to test the solution point. So, test natin itong part na ito, yung second part at yung third part. Okay? So, paano natin ngayon i-check yan? Okay, so gagamitin lang natin yung ating quadratic inequality at pili tayo ng any integers na nasa loob ng 3 parts na yan. Okay, so kapag nag-satisfy siya, that means it is a part of our solution set. Okay, so we have the first part. So we have negative infinity to negative 4. So pili tayo ng isang integer dyan or isang number. So, ang pinili ko is negative 5. So, x is equals to negative 5. Gamitin ulit natin yung inequality. So, we have negative 5 squared plus 6 times negative 5 plus 8 is greater than 0. Okay, so simplify natin. Negative 5 squared is 25. And positive 6 times negative 5, that is negative 30. Bring down positive 8 or plus 8 is greater than 0. So, 25 minus 30, the answer is negative 5. Bring down plus 8 is greater than 0. So, negative 5 plus 8, the answer is positive 3 is greater than 0. Okay, so, kung mapapansin nyo, yan na yung ating final answer. Okay, so, as you can see, ang sabi dito, 3 is greater than 0, which is true. Bakit naging true? Mas malaki naman talaga ang positive 3 kaysa sa 0. So, on this case, ibig sabihin, yung pinanggalingan ng negative 5 na region or part is a part of our solution set. Kasi nag-true siya. So, meaning, isi-shade natin yung part ng graph na yun. Ibig sabihin, kasama siya sa ating solutions. Okay? So, tapos na tayo doon sa first part or first region ng ating number line. So, punta na tayo ngayon sa second part. And this is the middle part na yon. So, pili tayo ng isang value ng x dyan na isasama natin sa pagtetest. So, in this case, ang pipiliin natin is negative 3. So, we have x is equals to negative 3. Gamitin ulit natin yung quadratic inequality. So, that is negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3 plus 8 is greater than 0. Simplify lang natin. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. Positive 6 times negative 3, the answer is negative 18. Plus 8 is greater than 0. Okay? So, 9 minus 18, the answer is negative 9. Plus 8 is greater than 0. So, negative 9 plus 8, the answer is negative 1 is greater than 0. Okay, so as you can see, ang final answer natin dito is negative 1 is greater than 0, which is false. Okay. Ang tanong, bakit false? Alam naman natin ang negative 1 dapat mas mababa sa 0. Dapat ang ginamit na symbol dito is less than. So, it means hindi siya nag-satisfy, false siya, ibig sabihin, hindi natin shadean yung part na yon. Bakit? Hindi siya magiging kasama sa ating solution set. Okay? So, tapos na tayo dun sa ating second part. Punta na tayo ngayon dito sa third part na ito. Okay? So, para matest natin kung kasama itong third part na ito sa ating magiging solution set, hanap tayo ng value ng x dito. O, yung any number or any integer. Para mapabilis, gamitin natin yung 0. Pero depende sa inyo kung alin dyan yung pwede nyong gamitin ha. Okay lang kahit ano. Pero para sa akin, para mas mapabilis ang ating solution, ay yung 0 na lang ang aking gagamitin. So we have x is equals to 0. So we have 0 squared plus 6 times 0 plus 8 is greater than 0. So 0 squared is 0. 6 times 0 is 0. So ang matitira na lang is 8. 8 is greater than 0. So which is true din. Bakit? Mas malaki naman talaga ang 8 kesa sa 0. Kaya greater than 0 ang ginamit. So it means since yan ay nag-true, ibig sabihin itong part na ito ay ating shadean. Kasama siya sa ating solution set. Okay? So, punta na tayo ngayon sa ating step number 4. Identify the solution set. So, what are the solution sets based on our testing? So, ating solution sets ay from negative infinity to negative 4. So, hindi kasama yung negative 4 sa ating solution kasi open circle siya. So, gamitin lang natin is open parenthesis. Okay? Then, ang next natin is negative 2 to positive infinity ito. To positive infinity. Okay? So, since parehas naman silang nasa number line, ito yung sa ating solution sets, ilalagay natin is union. Ibig sabihin, parehas silang solution sets ng ating quadratic inequality na ito. Okay, let's have example number 2. We have x squared minus x minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. Okay, sundin lang natin ulit yung 4 steps. Number 1 is to transform the inequality into equation. So, magiging x squared minus x minus 6 is equals to 0 na. Okay, as you can see naman, siya ay naka-standard form na. So, let's proceed now in solving for x of 1 and x of 2. Okay, so, pwede natin gamitin dito ay yung factoring method. So, the factors are x okay, so x minus 3 and x plus 2. Okay, check natin. Negative 3 times positive 2, the answer is negative 6. So, tama tayo doon. Negative 3 plus 2, the answer is negative 1. So, tama tayo doon. So, equate na natin ito ngayon sa 0. So, that is x minus 3 is equals to 0. Sa kabila naman, x plus 2 is equals to 0. So, from that, we can get now the value of x of 1. So, x of 1, that would be positive 3. Ang x of 2 ay negative 2. So, the values of our x's or the roots are positive 3 and negative 2 respectively. Okay? So, after that, illustrate na natin ngayon yung solution set sa pamamagitan ng number line. Okay? So, ipa-plot na natin ngayon yung values ng x's natin. But before that, let's identify ano yung ginamit na inequality symbol. So, ang ginamit ay less than or equal. So, what kind of circle kaya ang ating gagamitin? So, based on sa ating ruling, ang gagamitin is yung solid circle. So, hanapin natin yung x of 1 is equal to 3. So, ito yun. So, drawing lang tayo ng solid circle. Shade natin yon. Then, ang x of 2 natin ay negative 2. So, ito yon. Si-shade lang natin siya. Okay, so pag na-shade na natin, yun ulit, kung makikita natin sa number line na hati sa tatlong parts or regions. Ang tanong, alin dyan yung ating si-shadean at siyang magiging kasama sa ating solution set. Okay, so punta na tayo ngayon sa step number 3, which is to test the solution point. So, dito muna tayo sa first region or first part. Pili tayo ng value ng x dito para ating i-test. Okay, so in this case, doon muna tayo sa pinakamababa. We have negative 3. Gamitin natin ngayon yung quadratic inequality. So, we have negative 3 squared minus negative 3 minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. Simplify natin ngayon. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. Negative times negative 3, the answer is positive 3. Minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. So 9 plus 3, the answer is positive 12. Minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. So 12 minus 6, the answer is positive 6, is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so ito na yung ating final answer. As you can see, 6 less than is equal to 0, so that is false. Okay, alam naman natin na ang 6 ay greater than 0. So on this case, that is false. Ibig sabihin yung first region natin ay hindi kasama sa ating solution set. Hindi natin siya sishadean. Okay, so from this moment, tapos na tayo dun sa first region, proceed na tayo ngayon sa second region. Pili ulit tayo ng isang number or integer na nakapaloob dito sa part na ito. So sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, sa first example natin, pwede natin gamitin is yung 0 na para madali ang ating magiging solution. So x is equals to 0. So we have 0 squared minus 0 minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. So 0 squared is 0 minus 0 is 0. Ang natira na lang is negative 6 is less than or equal to 0. So as you can see, negative 6 is truly less than or equal to 0. Mas mababa yung negative 6 kaysa sa 0. So our answer here is true. So since nag-true siya, kung saang parte o anong region ng number line natin nakuha si 0, ibig sabihin, kasama siya doon sa ating solution set. Yun yung ating sishadean. Okay? So, drawing lang tayo dito ng shade. Then, ayun. Fill up natin. Okay, so yan. So, kasama na siya sa ating solution set. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa second part. So, meron pa tayong natitira, which is the third part. Okay? So, gamit ulit tayo ng any value of x na matatagpuan sa third part. So, wala nang iba doon, kundi ang pinakamababa ay 4. So, let's have x is equals to 4. So, gamitin ulit natin yung quadratic inequality. So, we have 4 squared minus 4 minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. 4 squared is 16. Minus 4 minus 6, that is negative or minus 10 is less than or equal to 0. So 16 minus 10, the answer is 6 is less than or equal to 0, which is also false. Okay, bakit false? Alam naman natin na ang 6 must be greater than 0. So ibig sabihin, ang part na ito o yung region ng ating number line ay hindi natin sishadean, therefore that is not a part of our solution set. Okay, so since test na natin yung tatlong regions, kita naman na natin kung anong region nga or part ang ating magiging solution set. Okay, so isusulat na lang natin siya ngayon. So our solution set is, so since ang ginamit is less than or equal, merong equal symbol kasama si negative 2 at positive 3 sa solution, ang gagamitin natin ngayon is open and close bracket. So that would be from negative 2 to positive 3. Okay, so here is our solution set. So yun lamang, maraming salamat at naway may natutunan kayo kahit papano sa ating episode na ito about solving quadratic inequalities. So abangan ko ulit kayo na sumubaybay sa ating mga susunod na lessons via math tutorial videos dito sa ating YouTube channel. Sana ay patuloy niyo akong suportahan at para tayong lahat ay matuto sa Mathematics 9. Yun lamang at maraming salamat.